Dead Man's Bones, which came out in 2009, is an album I found out about a few years ago. I've been waiting until now, in celebration of Halloween, to talk about it. I think it's pretty obvious based on the title of the album why it could be tangentially related to Halloween. However, for better or worse, the most interesting thing about this album is that one of the two members of the band is Ryan Gosling, aka literally me. I first want to answer, is this Halloween music? It definitely comes closer than anything else that I can think of that's been released in the last 20 years. It talks about zombies, talks about bones. It seems like it's got the makings for real Halloween music. That being said, I don't think it has the right vibe to count. To me, at least, it seems more like it's a hyperfixation on death. Everything, and I mean everything in the album, is a metaphor for dying, for ghosts, for monsters, for corpses, for death. I don't want to say that it sounds forced because that's obviously the point of the album, but it doesn't seem like it's trying to be anything more. The best way I can think of to explain it is kind of like if it's emo music. You don't want to say that all emo music counts as Halloween music, even though they talk a lot about dying in emo music. It's just because they're mentally unwell. As for the music itself, it's fine, I guess. Originally, I was going to say that this album sounds like it has not just really low, but almost unusually low production value. But as I was reading some of the stuff that came out when this album was released, it turns out that Ryan Gosling and Zach Shields decided they were just going to play all the instruments themselves, even the stuff that they had no idea how to play. Not only that, but they tried to limit how many takes they would do for each song, so they kind of just did a couple and took whatever was best. And I think that sums it up almost perfectly. This isn't just an indie rock album. This is as indie as you can get. People that have almost no musical experience, no songwriting experience, just taking what limited stuff they have and trying to make the best out of it. The music itself isn't that memorable. The weird lyrics are kind of memorable. But to be fair, if I tried to make an album from nothing, I don't think I would do much better. So if you disagree with my analysis, make sure to comment about it, and I will probably ignore you. And remember, I may seem pretentious, but at least I'm not pretentious enough to try and give this a numerical score.